reason why I know that, through like high school and in my 20s and 30s, I've always been active. I've always, I told you I was on the practice team for the Orlando Magic for many years. I've always been active doing something physically outside, whether it be, landscape and running or, playing basketball or whatever it is. Now that I'm 50 something, I'm not as physically active. It was always, if I stood still long enough, I'd sweat. And they say, not in my 50s, when I was in my 30s and 40s, if I stood still long enough, I'd sweat. I'd always sweat, no matter what. I always had a rag on me. I was always sweating. And that's a sign of high blood pressure. If you're just sitting there doing, let me bring the groceries in, and you sit down and you're sweating. Now, granted, I've never been 270 in my whole entire life up until when I hit my 50s. I've always been floating around anywhere from 235 to 255. That's where I was at. No matter what, I said, I have a hot core. So I just chalked it up for that, and come to find out that's a sign of high blood pressure. So I'm like, all right, so that's what started the whole running and trying to lose weight and doing all this stuff. And, my doctor says, you're 139 over 89 or something like that. One time it was like 152, but I just drove an hour to go to my doctor, and they're like, well, that'll happen. You drive and stress. I'm like, but I'm not a stressful driver. No, it just happens. It's just part of the whole routine. I came across this video on TikTok that said that made me go, okay, it's not me.